What's up, everybody? It's your boy Flawless, back with another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. How you guys doing? I know it's Friday evening. Oh my goodness, where you been, Flawless? But I'm here now, okay? But I'm here now. Hope you guys been doing well. I've been doing pretty good. Been busy, man. Been busy, super busy. I just want to cut through all the rigmarole. Not gonna waste you guys' time on, on a lot of filler content. I'm gonna let you guys know who I like, who I don't like. I'm just getting into some substance of content. Running backs I like, wide receivers I like, tight ends I like. That type of stuff. Might even get into defenses and stuff like that. Try to up my stuff so I can start doing probably another month. Start doing some early mock drafts. So just to see where players are going, and stuff like that. So I haven't done that yet. Normally I get started early so I can get a good feel on some things. So, and to bring that to you guys. So hopefully everything's been good to go. I'll just post it up here in my bedroom, man. I just ain't feel like being nowhere else. So that's where you got to shoot the vid at tonight, man. But just wanted to, fellowship and talk to you guys real quick about some stuff. I see I was going to go over the second and third round, but let me tell you something, guys. I'm not in the business of chasing these rookies. You guys might, I specialize in redrafts. A lot of people be like, oh, I want to do dynasty and this and that and key keepers and all. Okay, fine and dandy. But to me, I like everybody to start on a level playing field. Like in the Flawless Fantasy Football League this year, it won't be a keeper league. I can tell you that much right now because I'm not in the business of doing that. So it's always going to be a redraft as long as it's going on. So that's just me. I'm kind of old school with it. It's not to say something's wrong, but that's just how I roll, But I'm not really getting down with too much of these rookies, man. It's just they're rookies. You're better off, I don't say chasing, but investing in somebody that's worthwhile. Vice, because hell, the rookie hit rate, hell, for the legit players, the hit rate is already 45%. So the rookie rate is a lot lower than that. You probably have one or two legitimate wide receiver rookies, and then you got to wait forever and a day. You might not get lucky like Justin Jefferson was a couple years or so ago. You have to wait like Amon-Ra. He didn't pop till like week 10, late week 9, week 10. So look, when somebody had him, he was on the fifth team that had him, that capitalized on it. People pick him up, drop him, pick him up, drop him, pick him up, drop him. Now, the last person that had him was the one that benefited. So that's just how it is, guys. So I'm going to talk about some of the guys that went in the second or, third round, maybe the second, and let you know how I feel about them. But outside of that, it is what it is. So ask me about something, and I'll be able to give you some information how I feel about it. But that's just my take. You can take it or leave it. These are my opinions, my standpoint, but that don't mean you got to rock with them. All right. First, I want to start with talking about Detroit running back Jahmyr Gibbs. Right now, of course, he got drafted by Detroit, and everybody's like, I had people like Canoa Bill, Flawless hitting me up on the text, hit me up but what about Gibbs? The draft capital. Flawless, the draft capital. Well, the offensive coordinator sat up there and said that he planned on putting him in the slot and in the wide receiver role significantly more than he did when he was at Alabama. Meaning he's sitting up there, he's not going to be taking snaps away from Montgomery Rizzle. Okay? That's David's backfield. Now, will dude get some juice here and there? Yeah. Not enough to be start worthy. So unless David Montgomery lays it down, Gibbs won't be a fantasy asset unless Montgomery lays it down. Now, that goes with anybody. Okay? So just know that. But as long as Montgomery up, it's going to be Montgomery season. Okay? Now, I'll be honest with you. Montgomery, I used to like him, but I'm not as fond of him anymore. He's not dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's just like a smooth type of guy. He's not dynamic. He kind of elusive a little bit. But who knows? Maybe he needed to change of pace away from Chicago, but we'll see. So that's the deal on Jahmyr Gibbs, So he'll be kind of like the scatty guy, and Montgomery will be the hammer and the starter in the first and second, second down guy. on most occasions. So that's that on Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, so we have the Germany games. The Germany games. We got the Bears and the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are going to mop the floor with them. And you got Saints versus the Pats. Man. So I'm disinterested in that. You guys probably interested. It's NFL anyway. It's all about getting teams over there to get exposure for getting other dimes out of those other countries. So they got to do that. So as you guys know, Randall Cobb, he signed with the Jets, and so did Jordy Nelson. And just like Donald Driver, and all those guys are coming back. You saw that thing I posted. I put in the community tab. Put the New York Packers. I thought it was funny when I first saw it. I was dying, man. But it's amazing. I wouldn't have wanted to do. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I wouldn't have wanted to do the same thing that Brett Favre did. I wouldn't have wanted to walk in his footsteps like that. That's like going behind Brett Favre and raw dogging the same girl that he raw dog. That's what I feel like. Now I ain't, all right, it's a family show. Hopefully no kids walking. Okay, now we see that Hopkins, likely he's gonna stay in Arizona. Look, man. Hopkins wash, Arizona's a hot mess. Hot mess. Like kitchen, back stove, behind the stove. You might be able to squeeze out a little something, but he on the decline. And that team's I like him, but yeah, I wouldn't try to squeeze the rest of that juice out of that turnip. But then if you pick him, I don't want to say you got to pay for him, but I don't think he'll really go that high. But he might shine for a little bit, or who knows? I ain't knocking him. He did sit for a good while last year, so he might be able to squeeze out another year. Not my team, but hey, Hey, let's start on the second round, right? You got in the draft, you had Joey Porter drafted by the Pittsburgh. That was pretty cool. I like to see that happen. I think it was a picture when they won the Super Bowl, and then Joey Porter was holding him. Or was that Joey Porter was holding him? Was it the Super Bowl? And when he was small and stuff like that, that was pretty cool. Can't wait to see how that work out. Just be kind of playing behind all that prestige and stuff in Pittsburgh. So that's pretty cool. You saw Will Levis. Okay, Will Levis finally got drafted by Tennessee. And that's really a good spot, man, for him, because Tannehill ain't the answer. That other dude over there ain't the answer, that black quarterback, he trash. He just run around too much. God, he's trash. So I would like to see Will Levis and what he do. I think he have an opportunity this year, for sure. And I don't think it'll be early, though, because Tannehill, he'll hold it down. And you got Jonathan Mingo. Okay, guys, rookie wide receiver out of Mississippi. And the Panthers drafted him. I'm gonna put a meme up here on the screen. This is courtesy of my son. So I saw he actually made something or whatever. He commented against something, so I screenshot it. It's people that sit up here and make this thing up here and think that, these are the studs on this team, and like, you're just gonna totally disrespect my guy. It's like some people don't have the slightest clue about fantasy football whatsoever. But hey, if they want to disrespect my dog, go ahead and disrespect him. Jonathan Mingo. I'm like, that dude's gonna be so deep on the depth chart. And let's move forward to Mr. Zachary Charbonnet. I was clowning with my son because I was watching the draft for him, and I kept telling my son, I was like, Charbonnet, and, I wanted him to go somewhere where it was exciting, but unfortunately he went to the Seahawks, so he's going to be backing up Mr. Kenneth Walker, the Threazard. But look, we know how Pete Carroll roll. Pete Carroll like to roll with one guy, and he'll shove it down Ken Walker's freaking doggone, and, what he'll come in and he'll spell, old boy. They got all those other dudes that they had back there that they couldn't tote. Charbonnet take their reps, but he won't be digging into Kenneth Walker's workload or on goal line and none of that. Forget about it. Only if Kenneth Walker gets hurt. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. So that's how I feel about that. But I'm interested to see it because guess what? If Kenneth Walker lays down, now Charbonnet, boom. You never know. He could pop and blow, but that's the only way he's going to pop and blow and be fantasy relevant. Question for you guys. This now, check it out. Look, this is me honing in my flawlessness. Oh, channeling it. Oh, yes. All right, you know what that just happened? I just channeled my inner flawlessness. I've been wanting to tell y'all this for a minute. I'm going on record right now and saying this. Remember that I've already said, I said this a year or two ago because I truly felt as if San Fran had them paid their dues to where they're going to win the Super Bowl. It's not just about John Lynch. It's not just about Shanahan's paid his dues. He didn't win the Super Bowl. He done all this type of stuff. The drama with the quarterbacks. The team is a rich franchise. Also, but when the other thing happened, I knew it was bound to happen. Let me ask you guys a question. This is a futuristic statement. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the air right now. What do John Riggins, Larry Csonka, and Christian McCaffrey have in common? Larry Csonka and, well, let's just take Christian McCaffrey out of it. Larry Csonka and John Riggins, what do they have in common? If you ask me, those are the two older era, because obviously I'm not going to include Christian McCaffrey in this, older era white running backs. Those are the best two. Sure, you got Hodge and stuff like that, but and you got what's your old boy, Peyton Hillis, but he's more so like a fullback. But I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, John Riggins, Larry Csonka, and Christian McCaffrey will have Super Bowl championships. We'll have it. Because I believe Christian McCaffrey, I'm sure we all can agree, that he's better than all the white running backs. So, including John Riggins and Csonka. John Riggins got one in Super Bowl 17, and Larry Csonka got one in 72 and 73, even in the perfect season. And McCaffrey is going to have one too. They are not going to let McCaffrey come to San Francisco that's already primed to win, and he not win a Super Bowl after everything else in San Francisco knocking on the door. I'm not worried about the Eagles, just like I wasn't worried about the Bengals. They didn't go back. Everybody just, they're going back. They never go back. San Francisco didn't go back. You ain't going back. It'll be somebody out of the AFC representing there too. Okay? So that's how I feel. Ain't nobody. Philadelphia won't be back in the Super Bowl this year. I don't care how it looks on paper. I don't care how it looks. I look at the big picture and see what makes sense for the NFL. All right? So watch. I called it here. Those three running backs, John Riggins, Larry Csonka, and Christian McCaffrey, those three great white running backs will be Super Bowl champions, including CMC coming up soon. So you heard it here first. Stamp it. But that's it. I'm done with it. So here it is. Guys, these four people, known as BD, Kanoa Bill, Ilfil, Joey T, do not freaking get involved in this. Do not participate is the word I'm looking for. You four are already in Flawless Fantasy Football Listener League. But the fifth position is open. For the first person that types in Flawless 5 in the comments, you will be the 5th person in the Flawless Fantasy Football Listener League. See you in the next video. Holla at your boy. Till the next time. Flawless.